Good morning and happy Easter. So we're going to do a little bit of yoga. Not really sure what we're going to do. Just start with a bit of flow, move into some postures, see what happens, okay? We'll just start with a little bit of breathing to get our connection with the breath, okay? So you can sit. I'm going to kneel, but you can sit and you're going to bring your awareness to your breath. You can put your hands on if you really need to connect, okay? But otherwise you can rest your hands down, and then you're just going to bring the awareness to that rise of the tummy as you breathe in. So trying to breathe in through the nose. Notice the gentle rise of your tummy and your breath in, and then let it fall away and your breath out. Breathe in, the tummy rises. Breathe out, relax and release any tension in your shoulders, chest, upper body. And then we're just going to try and smooth out our breath. So we're going to have an inhale of 4 and an exhale of 4. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top of the inhale. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for one breath. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top of the inhale. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's bring that in with some movement, okay? So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. So nice and slow and steady, connecting the breath and the movement. Breathe in, breathe out. So getting a nice side bend all the way through that left side. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So focus on the breathing and helps to dampen down that sympathetic nervous system overdrive, okay? So it stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, tries to balance out our body and our mind. Okay, and then we'll just do a little twist to the right, so left hand to the outside of the right knee. Breathe in to inhale and breathe out to twist. And we're just going to take 3 breaths here. Breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, twist. Breathe in to lengthen. Feel the tummy rise. Breathe out, twist around the belly button. And final breath out, final twist. And then we'll do the same on this side. So right hand to the outside of the left knee. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out to twist. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out to twist. And then let's come on to our hands and knees. So spread your fingers really, really wide, okay? Thumb and index finger press down, shoulders are over the wrists, hips are over the knees. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round. Really push through the wrists on the exhale to get the shoulders rounded, the upper chest rounded. Breathe in. So at your own pace, at your own breath. You might feel like doing 10 of these, you might feel like doing 3. Depends on where you're at. Breathe in, inhale. Breathe out, exhale. Lengthen on the inhale. Round on the exhale. So you're starting to find that connection between the tailbone and the crown of the head. Thinking up your spine as each vertebrae, so like a string of pearls, you're trying to get each vertebrae to move. We're going to take the right hand and we're going to inhale, reach the hand to the sky. Exhale, tuck it onto the left arm. Inhale, back up. Exhale, onto the arm. Stretching the back of the shoulder, getting into rotation, warming things up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And let's swap sides. Left arm lifts. Exhale onto the arm. Inhale, keep your focus on your breath. Breath in through the nose, breath out through the nose. Last one. Feel the air come in through the nose all the way down into the belly. Exhale, soften it all out. Back onto your hands and knees, and we're going to take the right leg out to the side and down. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Show you from the side. Really get that leg and hip opened out to the side. Really nice. And the left. Okay, and then from here, you're going to lift the right leg straight out behind, left leg straight out in front. And lower down, and swap sides. Right hand out in front, left leg straight out behind. Chin tucks in, back of the neck's long, shoulders down and back, and swap sides. Right leg lifts, left arm raises, shoulders slide down the back, collarbones are wide, back of the neck is long, ribs are drawn up and in. Breath is smooth and steady, really nice everyone. And right arm lifts, tuck the chin in, back of the neck long, ribs draw back, really nice. So the only thing moving is your hip and your shoulder, okay? Everything else is staying nice and in line. And then step the right foot forwards here. So we're going to come up into our kneeling lunge. Then we're going to raise the hands all the way up and all the way down. And then this time we're going to bring the hips in. So we're going to inhale, reach the hips forward, reach the arms forward, exhale back. Inhale, reach up, look up, lovely, and exhale back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale, draw the hands up, lovely, reach the sky, pelvis sinks down, exhale, back up. Inhale, exhale. Two more. Inhale, reach the hands up, bend back into back bend if you want, and release that. Inhale, reach those hands up. Exhale, down. And swap. So right knee back, left foot forwards. Okay? Breathe in, reach the hands up. Exhale, down. Lovely. And then bring the pelvis in. Inhale. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Lengthen the fingers to the ceiling. Shoulders drop away from or up towards the ears and back down. So normally we're telling you to bring the shoulders down and back, but let the shoulders raise on this one. You can grasp the fingers, turn the palms up, press up into the ceiling. Exhale, back down. Inhale up. Exhale. Press the hands down, left knee back, and then we're going to tuck the toes under. Spread your fingers wide. Imagine that you're drawing the wrists in towards each other. Lift your hips high, bend your knees, press into hands, and really push through those arms to get the shoulders back, head down. Keep your hips nice and high here. Keep the arms really, really active, and then lower the heels towards the ground. Straighten your knees and you're lowering your heels only as much as it allows you to keep that length in the spine. Breathe in all the way into side ribs. And a big exhale. And again, big breath in. And exhale. Bend the knees. Bring the shoulders forwards. And straighten out into plank. And back into downward dog. And this time we're going to roll through the movement. So knees come down towards the ground, shoulders forwards, and then push up and back. So like a train rolling. We're getting a nice smooth movement here, warming up the breath. Have a look if you don't know what I'm talking about, and then see, can you follow? And then reverse, so the shoulders forward, knees drop down, then hips lift and up. Shoulders forward, knees drop down, hips lift and up. Should be feeling a warmth through the wrists, through the shoulders. And lower the knees, tuck the toes under, press back, keep the roundness through the shoulders, sink down into child's pose. Allow the breath to smoothen out here. And then we're going to lift back up into our downward dog. And we're going to walk our hands towards our feet. So keep your feet where they are and walk your hands back. And then you're going to bend your knees as much as you need to fold forwards. And then you're going to slowly uncurl your spine up, bone by bone by bone. So keep your tailbone connected with the earth and let everything else rotate slowly all the way up and standing. Inhale all the way up. Exhale back down. Chin tucks into the chest, roll all the way back down. Walk the hands forwards. Pause here in plank, or if you're familiar, you can bend either the knees to the ground or keep the knees lifted and lower down into chaturanga. Come back up. So a little push up. Press back into downward dog. Walk the hands back. And round again. So allow that head to hang down. Slowly curl vertebra by vertebra all the way up into standing. Really nice. Spread the hands wide. Spread the fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Back out to the side. Tuck the chin in. Roll back down. Really nice. Walk the hands forwards. You're going to either pause here in plank, go fully down through chaturanga, or bend the knees, bend the elbows, lower down and back up. Lift the knees, lift the hips, press back into downward dog. Hands come back. Fold forwards. Arm curl all the way up into standing. My t-shirt's blocking my mouth. Inhale, reach all the way up. Hands back to heart center. Okay, and then we're going to take a big wide step to the side of our mats. So we've got our legs nice and wide. We're going to turn our toes slightly outwards, wherever feels comfortable for you. And then we're going to spread our arms, and we're going to drop our hips, drop our pelvis. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, press away. Fold forwards, inhale. Exhale, press away. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Then we're going to straighten out the right leg, lean over to the left. Hands can come down or hands can stay up. Over to the right. So you can bring in the hands or they can stay on the ground. It depends on how much stability you need. But otherwise try and make a circular movement with the arms, and you're bringing your spine into it. So we're getting everything warmed up. So you're coming forward. Inhale. Stretch the arms out. Oh yes. Really feels like you're warming the whole body up here. Swap directions. You can do any other movement really that you want, as long as you feel that you're getting movement into the hips, movement into the spine, into the shoulders. You should feel the breath heating up. We're creating some heat now in the body. And then fold forward, turn your heels out. You can reach for the outside of the ankles, you can reach your hand down, but just come into a forward fold. Let the breath smoothen back out. Turn your heels in, turn your toes in, heels, toes. Come back to center. Fold forward, and then arm curl all the way up into standing. Okay, we're going to come through another little bit of movement sequence. I'll show you from the side. So you're going to come on to toe touch on the right, And we're going to again do that kind of scooping movement, bringing the arms in, getting the whole body involved, okay? But we're going to be balancing on one leg, so it's more of a challenge. Okay, so imagine that you're scooping a ball up from the earth while your toes lift, knees lift, and then press everything away. And then turn your palms, reach back behind. And then inhale, back to center. So follow the first few visually and then add in what you can. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, press away. Inhale behind. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, press away. Ooh, wobble, wobble, wobble. Inhale behind. Exhale, back to center. And again on the left. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale away. Inhale, back behind. Exhale, back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Back behind. Back to center. Last one on each side. Inhale, scoop up, draw everything in towards your body, then release. Inhale, press it away behind. Exhale, back to center. And left side. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale away. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. So we've really worked on connecting the breath and connecting the movements. Now we're going to go into our holds more so in our posture and really try and sink our minds into the posture, okay? So we're going to focus on the technique and really getting your mind to really feel the subtleties of the posture, okay? So you're going to come to the front of your mat and then you're going to inhale, spread the arms up. Exhale, sink the hips down, okay? Bring the arms out in front, chair pose. So press into your heels, press your bottom back behind, lengthen through your spine, and then exhale, fold forwards. And then from here, you're going to keep your knees as bent as you need to, but you're going to bring your hands behind, and you're going to try and lengthen through your spine. My knees will straighten, but they don't have to straighten. Tuck your chin in, raise the back of your head, raise the arms. So we're getting the back muscles warmed up, the shoulder blade muscles warmed up, the triceps. Feel the breath nice and smooth. Bring the hands back down and you're going to step the right foot all the way back to the back of the mat. You can lower the knee here if you wish, okay? So it's a lot easier if you lower the knee. So take the level that's appropriate for you. Inhale, raise the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Left leg comes back. Come forward into that plank position, okay? Opportunity here again to lower the knees. Otherwise, we're holding here in plank for a few breaths. So our fingers have as much width between them as possible. Our thumb and our index finger are pressing down. Shoulders are pressing away from the earth. Exhale. And then you're either going to lower the knees to the ground or keep them straight, up to you, but you're bending the elbows, lowering the body all the way onto the mat. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, draw the elbows down by your side, shoulders down and back, cobra. Keep the shoulders sliding down and back. Tuck your chin in if you can. Feel like you're lengthening out of the lower back. And then you're going to tuck the toes under, and you're going to either press the hips back to child's pose or directly back into downward dog. Okay, so from downward dog, we're going to step that right foot forwards. Okay, and then you're going to either lower the knee again, or you're going to come up into that high lunge. So inhale, draw the hands up. Exhale, sink the hips down. Okay, so we're going to hold the posture here for 5 breaths. So each breath you can be thinking about either sinking the hips a little bit lower, straightening the arms more, drawing your ribs back, getting this thigh parallel to the ground, pressing the left heel back so you're like stretching the mat apart with your feet. Be aware of the little voice in your head telling you, this is too much. And just breathe it out. Roll the elbows to face each other. Drop the shoulders down and back. Back of the neck is long. Lower the hands. Step the left foot forwards. Lengthen out through the spine again. So half lift. You can use your hands here. You can bring your hands behind. Lengthen all the way up. And then sink the hips down. Chair pose. Reach the arms up. Press the weight into the heels, bottom presses back. And then lower the hands, inhale all the way up, nice and slow, really nice. Press the weight down into the heels. Inhale, reach the arms up. Sink the hips back down. Fold forward. And then keeping the knees bent or straight up to you, reach the hands behind. Back lengthens, chin tucks in. Lower the hands, left foot steps back this time. Bending that right knee before you come up. Lower the left knee if you wish. And then inhale all the way up. Turn the palms to face each other. Roll the shoulders outwards. Sink the hips down. Press the left heel away. Sink the hips down. Lower the hands down. Step the right foot back into plank pose. Lower the knees if you wish. Draw the shoulders down and back, collarbones wide, the back of your neck is long. Fingers are spread. And then you're going to either lower the knees, bend the elbow, or keep the knees lifted if you can keep your spine nice and long. Lower all the way onto the mat, toes tucked behind. Keeping the elbows by your side, lengthen up. Lengthen out of the pelvis, okay? So you're stretching out of the pelvis rather than compressing into the lower back. And then you're going to tuck your toes under and you're either going to go back to a child's pose. So bottom back to the heels or lift straight up and back into your downward dog. Okay, so forearms roll in, upper arms roll out. Press your weight into your wrists and press your shoulders back. Lift your hips, lift your heels. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Feel that length in your back, okay? So it's supposed to be a release and letting go of any tension in the back. You can lower your heels as much as you need to. Make your legs nice and active too, so draw your kneecap up towards you. It's like you're trying to grip the bones with the muscles. Breathe into the belly. And then this time we're going to step the left foot forwards. Bend the knee if you wish to the ground. Inhale all the way up. Sink the pelvis down. Press back through the right heel. Left knee is a deep bend. Look forwards with your gaze. Relax the shoulders softly down. Ribs softly back. Step the hands forwards and the foot forwards. Okay, and then fold forwards. Sink the hips, arms back, straighten the knees if you can. Chin tucks in, back to the neck is long. Sink down through your chair pose. Hands calm to heart center and slowly standing all the way up. Really nice, everyone. Okay, relax the arms down by your side. Release that through the upper body. We're going to come into another little bit of standing work, long holds. So this time we're going to raise our left knee to our chest. So grasp and hold of your knee if you're able. If you're not able to lift the knee very high, you can just come on to toe touch, or if your balance is really unsteady. But otherwise, you're bringing your knee all the way up into your chest. And then you're going to see, can you hold the knee quite high while releasing your arms all the way up. If this is too much, you can bring your hands to your hips, okay? Or you can lower your knee a little. But the idea here is that we're keeping the knee high, we're keeping the arms high, because we're going to transition into Warrior 3. So leg comes straight out behind, spine stays long. And let's breathe here for 5. Keep the ribs lifted, keep the arms lifted. Bend the right knee, lower the left foot to the ground, okay? Then we're going to drop our heel, left heel to the mat. The right knee is going to come into our deep bend, okay? So we're opening up here into our Warrior 2. You can move your feet around, but ideally you're looking for a right heel to left arch alignment, and your left foot is turned slightly in, but just work with your own hips, okay? So your pelvis, you're trying to get it parallel to the mat. You're trying to get that nice deep bend in the right knee, okay? So you're aiming for like your thigh to be parallel to the ground, but it's going to look different for absolutely everybody. Okay, so we've got our legs, hopefully. So really press into your heels, okay? So push down into your heels and then gently float the arms up. So your fingertips are spread wide here. Your ribs are engaged, your tailbone's gently tucked under. Keep that deep bend in that knee, press into that left heel. Feel the little toe side of your right foot, so you're not collapsing inwards. And your right knee is pointing over the second toe. The arms, shoulders are down and away, nice and relaxed. Keep the chin tucked in and slightly lifted as you turn to look over your middle finger on the right. Keep the breath nice and smooth and steady. So that little inner voice is going to be telling you, she's taking too long, she's taking too long. Spread the mat wide with your feet, ignore it. We can stay in this pose. Keeping our breath nice and smooth. Keep the length and shape in the legs. Keep the length in the spine. Drop the elbow either onto the knee, or you can come all the way down to the inside of the ankle. Inhale, lengthen the arm all the way up. Beginning to work up a sweat. It's all of like 17 degrees here at the minute. Inhale back up into that warrior. Press the left heel into the mat. Press the right little toe side of the foot into the mat. Straighten that right knee. Oh yes. Nice bit of relief there. Okay. We're going to keep our legs like this. So both legs are straight. Grip the muscles. Okay. So make your legs really active here. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Lengthen through your side body. So we're keeping this length here. Let's shoot our arms up. Okay. So we're making our side body work here. And you're going to either hold the pose here, or you're going to tip gently forwards, keeping that length in the side body, and then drop the fingertips, either to the shin, can be the thigh, shin, all the way to the ground. And then you're aiming to turn the chest up towards the ceiling. But we've got length in our side body. We've got activity in our trunk muscles. Back of the neck is long, shoulders drawn down and back. Pressing into your heels. Grip the muscles in that right knee. And then let's come out of it. So lift the hands. Make the body nice and active. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, bend into that knee, and then swivel the hands down either side of that right foot. Toes throw it under. Step the right foot back. Come forwards into our plank pose. Drop the knees if you wish. Bend the elbows. And then going to tuck the toes under while we're still slightly off the ground. Into our upward facing dog. Shoulders down and back. Exhale back into downward dog. So it's going to look different for everyone. And then we're going to walk our feet forwards. And fold forwards. And then slowly uncurl the spine all the way up into standing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come back to heart center. So this time we're going to step back with the right. So we're aiming to press nice and strong down to our left foot. Make our left leg really active. Come on to either toe touch, lift the knee, draw the knee in, if you're able. Get the breath nice and steady. See, can you raise the arms? And then we're going to transition back into that warrior three. So hands on the hips here if need be. Otherwise we're pressing that right leg back as our trunk leans forwards. And then bend the left knee, step the right foot back. Press up into our lunge. Sink the pelvis down. Drop the right heel to the ground, open out to the side. We bring our hands to our hips first. We'll check where our feet are. Okay, so you walk the left heel in if you can to roughly where the right arch is. Then deep into that left knee. Okay, let's get our legs really active here. So press into our heels. You can feel that when you press into your heels, you engage through your tailbone. Slight lift through the front of the pelvis, so the belly button's drawn slightly in. Deep bend in that left knee. Press into that right heel. Lift your toes, so the left foot and spread them. Try and look and check, is that left knee over the second toe. Reach the arms up. Soft through the shoulders, active through the arms. Ribs soft and back. Back of the neck long. Keep bending that front knee. Really nice, everyone. Breath is smooth. The voice is shouting. Ignore it. Give it a wee smile. Turn to look over your left fingertips. Tailbone keeps engaged. Belly button gently lifted and drawn in. Keep the legs as they are. Lengthen through the side body. Elbow comes down or fingertips to the ground. Reach forward. You've got a line of energy from your right fingertips to your right heel. Press into that right heel. Lift the belly button. Bend that left knee. Really nice, everyone. Breath is smooth and steady. Inhale back to our warrior. Lengthen that left knee. Oh, nice. Okay, so we've got our legs nice and straight. So let's make them as active as we can. So press into your heels, lift up to the inner arch of both feet. Grip the quads, grip the hamstrings. So you're drawing your kneecaps up towards you. Your legs are nice and strong, buttocks turned on, okay? Float the arms up. Nice and smooth, that's smoothing out the breath. Okay, and then we're going to reach forward with the left arm. Somebody's got her hand and they're pulling us forward with the left hand. We're going to do the same. We're going to raise the right hand here. Imagine we've got a gym ball in our hands. So we're keeping the side body nice and active. Turn your right ribs up towards the ceiling. Press into the legs. Tuck the tailbone under. And then allow the fingertips to come to whatever is right for you. Turn that side body up, lengthen through the side body. Drop the shoulders softly away from the ears. Keep the side of the neck, right side of the neck nice and long. And then if you wish, turn to look up at the fingertips, only if that's comfortable in your neck. And then let's come up the same way. So reach the left arm up, grab that gym ball, lengthen that through the side body all the way up, keeping the body nice and active. We bend that left knee, really nice, everyone. And then windmill the hands down. Step the left foot back. Okay, bend the knees towards the mat if you wish, or you're going to come into your plank and you're going to bend your elbows all the way down. Don't touch the mat just yet. Pause here for a breath. Lovely. Inhale up into upward facing dog. Really nice, everyone. Catch the breath. Press back into our downward dog. Let's pause either in downward dog or diamond child's pose for 5 breaths, okay? So up to you, whichever you choose. Keep the hips lifted, press through the shoulders, and then sink into the pose, okay? And I'm just going to be quiet for 5 breaths and let you focus on the inhale and the exhale. And then walk your feet towards your hands. And then we're going to uncurl all the way up into standing. Inhale, reach the arms out to the side. Exhale, back to center. Okay, and we're going to just come into 1 or 2 more balanced sort of poses. So we're going to, let's think about doing this let's use the wall. If you have a wall at home, I'm sure most people have a wall at home. And we're going to try and open up into can't even remember what it's called, pose, okay? And you can see here, nice length through the hamstrings, nice length through the side body. Ideally, I'd be on a brick here as well. I don't have bricks at the moment, but I'm going to use a book. Okay, so if you have a book, grab a book. If you have a wall, grab a wall. If not, you can just do what I demonstrated there at the start. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to step away from the wall, and then you're going to bring we're going to start with our right foot on the wall, okay? So your right foot is going to reach up onto the wall, okay? And then you're going to step out as long as your leg is, which isn't very long for me, okay? And then we're going to hold that position. We're going to try and get our left foot under our left hip, all right? Bring your ribs back, bring your left arm out to the side, and then you're just going to tip that left hand towards the ground or a book or a block, anything to keep that length in the side body, okay? So what you're doing here is you're turning now your left foot to face the block or the brick or the front of your mat, and then you're going to open up your right ribs towards the ceiling. Press that right foot into the ground, into the wall, so really press and engage through that right leg. Draw the shoulders down and back. So you're pressing both legs really actively. So this is how the pose should feel when you're doing it without the wall. So we'll come back away from the wall and practice it without it afterwards. And you want to feel this engagement. So press your heels into the wall and the ground. Float your arm up towards the ceiling. Really twist through those right ribs. Turn your head if it feels comfortable. Left leg is working really strong, but so should the right. You can bend the knee, left knee, as much as you need to. It'll depend on your flexibility and your strength. And then turn to look towards the ground. Step the right foot to meet the left, and then let's fold forwards again. And then we're going to uncurl all the way up into standing. And we're just going to swap sides. So we don't need to move our feet here. And we shouldn't need to shift them about as much. But we're going to step our left foot onto the wall this time. So we're starting with the right heel under us and facing out to the side of the mat. We're going to change that in a minute. But let's make that left leg nice and active. Twist through the ribs. And then reach for your book or your mat. Okay, so you've got that length through the side body, and now turn the right foot to face the front of the mat or the book. Keep that length through the ribs. Open the left ribs up towards the ceiling. Float the left hand up towards the ceiling. Press the heel of the right foot into the ground. Make the right leg really active, but same thing on the left. Okay, so press the left heel into the wall. You should feel really light in your upper body, but really grounded and strong through the lower body. Turning your right foot to whatever angle is comfortable for your hips. Turning your left ear towards the ceiling if that's comfortable, to look up at the left fingertips. And then bend into the right knee. Drop the left foot towards the right, and then fold forwards again. Okay, so you're either going to repeat for a second time with the wall or without the wall. Depends. but I'm going to demonstrate this time without the wall. So the big thing that I want you to take away from the wall is active legs, okay? So this time we're going to start with our left foot pointing towards the front of our mat or brick, and then we're going to float the right leg up as we lean forwards over that brick, okay? So inhale, lean forwards, float the right leg up towards the ceiling. You might need to shift that left foot around till it feels comfortable and make both legs really active. Rotate the right ribs up towards the ceiling. Keep lifting that right leg. Keep pressing out through that right leg. The weight is in the heel of the left foot. Turn your head up towards your fingertips if that feels comfortable. Right ribs are twisting. Side body is long. Legs are active. Make them legs really, really active. And lower down. Whew. Bend the knees, roll forwards, shake it out, whatever feels comfortable before we go on to the next side. Oh, you'll be glad to sit down, I think. Okay, so drop our brick, our block, whatever we have at hand, if we have anything at all. And then we're going to float forwards into our side angle lift. Okay, all the way up. Left arm lifts. Make that left leg really active. So your right toes won't be pointing directly towards the book. They'll be just shifting to wherever feels comfortable for your hips, okay, and for your balance. Your ribs are opening up towards the ceiling. Press back into the right heel. Lift the left leg. Really, really nice. And then lower the leg down. Oh, fold forwards. Okay, let's come all the way down onto our knees and we'll press back into child's pose. So spread the knees wide. Actually, before you press back, round through your upper back. Tuck your chin into your chest so you've got that roundness in the upper back. And nice and slow and steady, press your bottom back onto your heels. Keep your belly button drawn in towards your spine. So we're getting as much flexion, bend in the spine as we can. Once your bottom touches your heels, walk your hands forward so you're starting to get a bit of a shoulder stretch as well. And allow your head to melt down towards the mat. Five breaths here. You can bring your hands back behind if you want even more relaxing pose. But if you want to stretch through the shoulders, keep the hips back. And then we're going to bring our hips over our knees, shoulders over our wrists. We're going to raise through the right arm. And then we're going to turn that palm underneath the armpit. Slide it out to the side of your mat. Okay, and rest the shoulder down into the ground. Okay, and press that whole right arm down into the mat. And you're twisting and turning to look over your left shoulder. You can hold the pose here, or you can raise that left arm. And you can turn it and press it back behind you, and it might come even as far as the front of your right hip. And then we're going to take 5 breaths here. And then let's swap sides. Back onto both hands. Lift the left arm up. And then scoop that palm under, palm facing upwards. Rest the head down. Really lengthen out through that left arm, press it into the air. Float the right arm up. And then take it to wherever is comfortable, all the way behind your back, all the way into the front of the left hip. But we're here for 5. Press that arm into the earth, twist up through the right. Breath in the belly. And then come back to center. Press back into child's pose. And then we're going to come on to our backs. So lying right down onto our backs. We're going to hug our knees into our chest. Tuck your chin under, nice slide of the head upwards. And then we're just going to rock gently from side to side. We're going to cross the right leg over the left and can do a little twist here. Arms are out to the side, and then we're going to slowly bring the legs over to the left side. So your right leg's on top basically. Keeping both shoulder blades down in this position, okay? So that's the idea. So you're going to try and keep both shoulders firmly down into the mat, and you can turn to look at your right hand here. And you guessed it, we're going to take 5 breaths here. And then rotate back to center, uncurl the legs, and we're going to put the left over our right. Breathe into the belly, all the way over to the right. Turn to your left. So we're just wringing out the spine. Soften down through your eyes if you wish. Back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. And then we're going to straighten the left leg towards the mat. And then you're going to just straighten out through the right leg, stretching out through the hamstrings. You can hold onto the back of the calf, back of the thigh. You can hold the big toe, but we're going to gently point the toes up and down. And then hold the toes towards the shin. Straighten that left leg into the mat. And just breathe. Lower the right leg towards the mat. Left leg comes up into the hands, so knee into the chest, start off. And then just slowly straighten, and you don't need a big stretch here. And then slowly lower the leg all the way onto the mat. We're going to come into our Shavasana, okay? So you might want to lift the hips before you go down and tuck your tail going under. So that allows the back to relax a little bit more. You can have your knees bent up and your feet together and your hips apart. Roll your palms to face up towards the ceiling. Straighten out through your legs if you wish. Close off the eyes. And just relax here for a few moments. Allowing your body to melt down into the mat after all its hard work. Observe the breath. Observe your thoughts. Try not to engage. Just try to be the observer. Roll over onto your left side. Or remain in Shavasana for another few minutes. Just keep connecting with the breath. Thank you for practicing. If you enjoyed, feel free to spread the yoga love.